glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Did you know you're one with God for eternity? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. Welcome.
Wow, dynamic signage up there, fantastic. And we have Mark Carlson to thank for all of the changes of the slides, the backgrounds. He does a great job to really mix things up. I love this one. Well, welcome indeed. I am Susan Rain. I'm one of your trustees. And I'd like to say welcome to new visitors. I do see some new faces. I haven't been here in a couple weeks, so you may not be brand new, but I see some new faces, and welcome. We do have beautiful grounds here for you to explore. There's a pavilion outside, a labyrinth. We have walking paths and gardens, organic vegetable gardens. So there's a lot outside as well as inside. So please, after service, it's a gorgeous day, explore the beautiful grounds that we have to offer. Please take a moment to silence your phones. And even if you think you silenced them already, maybe give it a little double check. Thank you so much. I'd like to introduce our guest minister today. It's awfully loud out there. Reverend Dr. Ron Fox. He is an ordained minister with the Centers for Spiritual Living, and he was honored by designating him a Doctor of Divinity. He has also been awarded the Meritorious Minister Award for his outstanding service. I know you will enjoy his inspirational message and his keen sense of humor. So without further ado, Reverend Dr. Ron Fox.
Thank you. It's really great to be back here. And how about if we just take a moment and just go within? And just know there is one life. That life is God. And that life is our life now. So I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to be here today, and for each of us to be here today to celebrate the divine presence of the Spirit within, and to know that each of us was here with a deep sense of love, compassion, and commitment to this center and to each other and to people all over. And so I bless us. I bless people, whether they're in a temple, a church, a mosque, nature, wherever they are, and know that we are all one. And I just speak another word for peace in our time, and to know that we all work together for a world that works for everyone. No more war, no more hunger, no more anger, just love, kindness, caring, and compassion. And so for all of this and so much more, I just give thanks and let it be. And so it is.
All right. So we're about to sing our joy song, I'm Choosing Heaven today. So if you'll join us and stand, words will be on the TVs. And yeah, so please stand. Join us. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today.
Words are on the monitors if you want to see.
Abundance today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose abundance today. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I choose compassion today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
Thank you very much. Well, if you are new to Unity, we're about to tell you a little bit of who we are through our values, vision, and mission. And we like to affirm these together. So you will see them up on the monitors. We value love, faith, integrity, stewardship, and joy. Our vision is centered in love. We create a world of harmony, abundance, and gratitude. And our mission is teaching, loving, and inspiring people to be all they are created to be. Well, Reverend Clive has some upcoming workshops. The next one is in 2 weeks. They do happen right after service at 11:30 in the chapel, and there is a sign-up. The next one is called The Integral Life, Wake Up. It is 2 weeks from now, so you can look forward to that. He's going to have them periodically, about roughly every 2 months or so. We have a garden cleanup coming up next Saturday. They are usually the third Saturday of the month, and that is at 9 a.m. So join Reverend Clive and the garden team and come out and help spruce up our gardens. There's a lot to maintain out there. We have a special service next Sunday for Earth Day. It is an Earth Day celebration. It is also Bring a Friend Sunday. After service, there is going to be a Power Path, 12 Powers Affirmation and Earth Day Blessings. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Power Path is, throughout the garden, we have a stone walking path that winds through the entire back area. And in Unity, we have 12 powers. And each of these powers are innately in us, and we have representations of these powers through gardens all along the walking path. The gardens out there are really special, really sacred, and I'd like to acknowledge our wellness team who on March 24th, just a few weeks ago, held an amazing event. I wasn't here to be able to acknowledge you. The wellness team led by Edie, and they had this just amazing 12 Powers walk, and the entire garden just came alive. And really that event, I've been involved with Unity for a very long time, and that event was probably one of my favorite events. It was just so close to my heart. It was so beautiful. It was well attended. It was just really, really sacred. So I want to thank the wellness team for the amazing job they did. So if you did miss that, or if you got to experience that, come out next Sunday for our Earth Day celebration in the garden as well. We have a Reiki Level 1 workshop coming up. This is really exciting to me. I know we have a lot of Reiki practitioners and Reiki receivers, and of course, you can receive energy healing in our 9 a.m. service that we have before our 10 a.m. service every Sunday. The Reiki 1 workshop, Edie, is it full? One more participant. So this is going to be next Sunday from 2 to 6. If you would like to become a Reiki practitioner, this is very sacred work. Yes, Edie. Please see Edie if you are interested in this. Okay, Edie, can you stand, please, in case somebody doesn't know you? No, I mean stand. I'm just. If you don't know Edie, she's petite. Thank you, Edie. Our green team, the last Saturday of the month, the green team meets at 3:30. We're having a special speaker this month, Carson Brooks. He's actually a student at University of Miami, and he's majoring in environmental science and sustainability. So he's been here before, very well received, very well-spoken young man. So please support us, join us, enjoy what he has to say. And that is going to be the last Saturday, which is the 27th at 3:30 here in the congregation. Zenden, our metaphysical store out front, is going through some transformations. I just walked in this morning after a few weeks, and I'm super excited about the little things that are being done. Thank you to Bonnie and to Reverend Clive for what they are doing to just bring new energy and really add an element of creativity. There's a lot of new things coming your way for this. We're also going to be having special Mother's Day gift bags that are coming towards the end of the month. And of course, your shirts. You can get your shirts in the Zen Den. They do need to be ordered. We are probably by Sunday going to have every size available for you to try on to make sure that you're getting the right size. It is prepayment. You order it, and it doesn't take too long to get the shirts, but the shirts are great. Can you imagine all these people walking around Vero Beach with these shirts? People will really start to wonder, what is this amazing place? Yes. Yeah, so if there's 2 shirts that want to be ordered, we can't order that. We to get our price down a little bit, and we're giving these to you at cost, not selling them. These are at cost. We are not taking a profit on these shirts because we want as many of you to be wearing these shirts and have these shirts. But yes, we have to wait until we have like 8 or 10 people that want to order, then we can place the order, okay? I'm almost done. A community meeting is coming up. It's in 3 weeks. You just stay after service. You get to hear from Reverend Clive and your board of trustees and learn about everything that's going on behind the scenes, everything that's we're anticipating in the future, and where we're headed for this beautiful church. And if you are relatively new and this speaks to you and this is your home, the way it is for so many of us, you can become a member. By being a member, you can actually vote in elections, and it's just your way of saying that this is my spiritual home. We are having a class the first Sunday of June. It is a new member class. This is how you become a member. It's very easy, it's free, it's right after service, and all are welcome. Now, finally, I'd like to introduce our prayer chaplain, Sheila Ross, to come up and read the daily word.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here with you this morning. And first of all, I'm going to point out the Christ candle, which represents the Christ Spirit in all of us. It blesses our service. It blesses every one of us everywhere. I'd also like to point out that the prayer box holding your written prayer requests has been prayed over this morning in the meditation service, and it's also being prayed over by our prayer ministry in their meeting. I encourage you, if you have a written prayer request, to put it in the box, which is now back in the lobby. I'm really fortunate to have Lalita Janke as my prayer partner. Please stand, Lalita. She and I will pray with you. Yes. She and I will pray with you in the chapel after the service, if you would like person-to-person prayer. And now the daily word for today is healing. I'm going to say the affirmation, and then I'm going to ask you to repeat it with me. God's healing power is moving through me. God's healing power is moving through me. I am open and receptive to God's healing power within me and within my dear ones. I trust with absolute faith that God is greater than any worldly condition. I cannot limit God. I listen to the still small voice within and feel guided along my healing journey. If fear and worry get the better of me and I start to feel anxious, I call forth the healing power of the indwelling Christ. I spiritually surrender my concerns. When I pray for my dear ones, I do not focus on their condition. Rather, I see them as the divine beings they are, whole, prosperous, and spiritually perfect. As I pray, I perceive God's healing presence moving through me and my beloveds. This presence is the health beyond illness, the abundance beyond insufficiency, and the life beyond death. It is the truth of my life. From the scripture, your healing shall spring up quickly. Isaiah 58, verse 8. Again, I look forward to seeing you for prayer in the chapel, if that be your wish today. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. This song is going to lead into meditation. So if you'd hold the space after, and just feel the energy. In the silence of your love, I've begun to see the many different treasures you freely give to me. And in that precious, peaceful place where I feel most alive, you shine your light so brightly, no darkness can survive. In the silence, the silence of your love, I have come to know there isn't any reason to live this life alone. As I draw close to you and you draw close to me, my loving friend, you're always there and know my every need. In the silence, silence, when I can't take the noise now, I turn inside to you. Who'd have thought that in the silence I would hear the truth? In the silence of your love, your voice speaks loud and clear. The constant chatter ceases. It's only you I hear. I find comfort in your presence and strength in what you say. For whatever path I choose to take, it's you who leads the way. In the silence, silence.
So good morning. I did this meditation the last time I was here, and Lisa told me people really liked it, so I thought I'd try it again. It's kind of short. I'm going to read it 4 times, and then we can go into the silence. I am submerged in peace. I am surrounded by peace. I am immersed in peace. There is nothing but peace. Peace, deep, calm, undisturbed. I am submerged in peace. I am surrounded by peace. I am immersed in peace. There is nothing but peace. Peace, deep, calm, undisturbed. I am submerged in peace. I am surrounded by peace. I am immersed in peace. There is nothing but peace. Peace, deep, calm, undisturbed. I am submerged in peace. I am surrounded by peace. I am immersed in peace. There is nothing but peace. peace, deep, calm, undisturbed. And so it is.
So I would like for you all to join me on this song during the verses. It's all shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. Okay? So sorry. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. I am walking through the green pastures, and I know that I'm not alone. The sound of the meadowlark sings to my soul, tenderly calling me home. Here we go. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. Next time you sing those words, really feel it. Really feel it. I am walking by the still waters as fresh as the breeze at dawn. The voice of my ancestors whispering, giving me the strength to carry on. Here we go. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. Surely goodness and mercy will follow, and love will be leading the way. Every shadow will shine in the fullness of time, and bloom in the hearts of the brave. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well, all shall be well, all manner of things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well.
Thank you. That was really beautiful. So, for the third time, good morning. And the title of the message today is Finding the Silver Lining. And I want to begin with a quote from a lady named Esther Frankel, who wrote a book called Sacred Therapy. And the quote is, ultimately, the whole and the broken live side by side in all of us. So, you know, at some point in all of our lives, we're going to experience failure. Businesses fail, relationships fail. We don't make the high school team we were dying to be on. We don't get the promotion we wanted at work. And Rabbi Harold Kushner asks the question, what do we do when the dreams that we have don't come true? What do we do when a door closes in our face? How do we find the will to go on? You know, the question isn't, how can I get through life without failure and rejection? Because you can't. The question is, what do I do with it? Do I deal with it with envy, with self-doubt, and with bitterness? Or do I deal with it with resilience and wisdom? Failure at something doesn't make us failures as people. Our worth as people depends on our humanity, on our compassion, and our courage to go on. So I want to give you a couple of examples. Another rabbi, Rabbi Pesach Krauss, had one of his legs amputated when he was a young boy. And then when he grew up and got married, his wife died from brain cancer. And he became the chaplain at a hospital in New York City. And he wrote a book titled coping with grief, loss, and change. And he wrote, each of us must find our special meaning in our own way. And in the book, he gives a couple of examples of what he was talking about. And one of the patients, he wrote about, I don't want to forget this, how many patients, people that are really sick, they get their answers. And he wrote about a couple of patients, well, more than a couple, but one of them was a fantastically successful businessman who said to him, I sacrificed my wife, I sacrificed my children for all of this. And now it doesn't mean anything. What matters is I have my priorities straight, and I know that living every day is precious. And another one that he wrote about was a young teenager who had a really painful bone marrow transplant. And this kid said, I'm wise and more mature. I've learned a lot about who I am and where I want to go. And just one more thing Krauss wrote. He said, the hard knocks of life can lead to the revealing of doors and the opening of possibilities. And the good news, see, somebody's calling us with good news. The good news is that no matter what has gone on in our life, no matter how many times we have failed, we can undo it, and we can undo lifelong habits of bad habits. And how? How can we do it? We can do it by changing our thinking. We can consciously change lifelong habits of thinking wrong and change what life is showing us. It may not take a day, it may not take a week, it might not take a month, and it might not even take a year. But if we keep it up, we can do it. And Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of my center, my church, says he offers us hope by telling us we have this inner voice that will always direct us to find the good. And let me tell you what he wrote. He said, there is an inner intuition in you which already knows that you are one with good and that your destiny is certain. And you must listen to this intuition, for it is the voice of God in you. You know, I guess I've said this, we're all affected by change. And sometimes we can suffer a loss that really hurts, and we see a door that's closed. And I know you've all heard this because lots of people have said it, but when one door closes, another door opens. But we spend so much time looking at the door that's closed, we never see the door that's opened. And Terry Cole Whitaker, who's a friend of Beck's and mine, and Beck's my wife, and she wrote about this, a door closing and a door opening, in what I think is a really cute way. So she said that scientists performed an experiment. They had a maze, and they put cheese in the maze. And then they put a rat in the maze. And through using its nose and trial and error, eventually the rat found the cheese. Then the next time they put it in, it took a little less time for the rat to find the cheese. And the third time they put the rat in the maze, he went right to the cheese. So what did they do? These guys are cruel. They moved the cheese. And after trial and error again, the rat found the cheese. And Terry Cole Whitaker says, human beings are the only species that keeps going back to the same place over and over and looking up at the sky and going, where the hell is my cheese? So some of you might know Rachel Remen. She's a doctor and she's written a couple of really wonderful books, and she does counseling work with people that have serious illnesses. And so she writes in one of her books what happened when she was a young girl. So her mother, I had never heard of this before, her mother had a giant puzzle, a giant puzzle in the entry of their home. It was like 500 pieces. I forgot how many, but it was huge. And what happened is, when friends came, they would sit and they would do a couple of the pieces in the puzzle. I had never heard of that until the last time my wife and I went and visited my daughter, and there was one of these puzzles. Anyway, Rachel, again now, was a young kid, and she noticed that some of the pieces of the puzzle were really bright and shiny, and some were really dark and foreboding. She didn't like those. So she took them and hid them under the sofa of her mother's couch. So it makes you want to kill your kid, right? When her mother got to the end of the puzzle, she noticed there's pieces missing. And she went to Rachel and said, she knew, where are my pieces? And Rachel gave them to her. And she explained why she put them under the sofa. And so her mother said, sit here with me while I finish the puzzle. And she did. And what she noticed was the puzzle that emerged was beautiful. And it wasn't only the bright, shiny pictures that made it beautiful, but the dark pictures contributed to the beauty. And the truth is, the dark pieces are part of something larger. They were and they are. And we never know what's going to happen when we look ahead. But sometimes grief and loss and pain emerge, and something beautiful emerges from it. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. And Rachel said, now she sees joy in a whole new way. And that way is a willingness to accept the whole and not coming back because life didn't meet her expectations. And she said one of her patients told her, when you're walking on thin ice, you might as well skate. So I want to read something to you from the book, this thing called You by Ernest Holmes. And he said, when thoughts of fear or discouragement assail you, turn to them and quietly say, you have no place in me. There is nothing in me that can entertain thoughts of negation or doubt. I refuse to admit them. I know that my word casts out fear and doubt. It converts fear into faith. I know there is nothing in the universe that wishes me ill. There are no negative forces operating around or through me. There is but one mind, which is my mind. This true mind within me has never received an image of doubt. The God mind within me entertains only that which is perfect. So I thought we could do a little bit audience participation here. Anybody have any idea what the most used phrase in the Bible is? Home. Go ahead. Huh? I didn't hear you. Faith. No, a phrase, not a word. Anybody? All right. We got all Bible scholars in here, huh? Peace be with you. Here's the most used phrase in the Bible. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Now, what you have to know is the people that wrote that were being abused, were being punished, were being tortured, and were being killed. So they couldn't possibly have meant be not afraid because nothing bad is going to happen to you. Okay? What they meant was be not afraid, because remember, whatever sorrow, whatever grief, whatever illness, whatever calm is given to you, there is within us a Spirit of God that will bear us up, hold us up, and keep us strong, no matter how we are hurt. Our divine nature will help us bear the weight of it. And isn't that what we teach, huh? You know, you all know what a dark night of the soul is. And when we have a dark night of the soul, it only gets worse. It only gets worse if we ignore it. We heal when we face it and when we learn how to work with them. And when we meet them head on, we often emerge stronger and more grounded. And you know, I want to give you two examples of what I'm going to say next. Sometimes the worst thing that happens to us turn out to be the best thing. James Costello was wounded, was shot in the Boston Marathon shooting. We all remember what that was. And it was clearly the worst thing that ever happened to him. And yet, he says, he would never change a thing about it. You know why? He married his nurse. And when I read that, it brought back a memory to me that I want to share. In the late 80s, I got divorced. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I was sure I would never love again. I was sure I would never trust another person ever again. I was worried that I was going to lose my kids. I was worried that all my money was going to go away. It was a horrible time. And that was before religious science, right? 5 years later, I'll give you the short version. 5 years later, somebody said to me, "Want to meet my friend Becky?" And I went on a blind date. And the door opened, and this gorgeous woman stuck her head out, gave me a big smile, and said, "Hi, you must be Ron. I'm Becky." And Ron's knees buckled. It was the best thing that ever happened in my life. And we've been together 33 years. And after we were together a few years, my daughter and I were talking, and I said to her, "You know, Meredith, if somebody could magically come to me and say, 'You want a do-over? You want to go back? You won't have any of that pain. You won't cry yourself to sleep.'" I would have said no. I would have said no. It might have hurt, but look what it led to. And that's true for any of us. You know, there are a lot of positive things that could come from obstacles. They could show us who we really are. And I always tell the people in my congregation, you and I are spiritual powerhouses, because within us is the divine presence that's always willing and there to work with us. We can help those obstacles, help us focus, like I said before, on what's important. You know, we can't always control events, but we can always control the response that we have. So be willing to bet on yourself. And I'm just going to close with a reading from Kent Norborn from the book Simple Truths. And he said, "The world is a great and mysterious place, and it contains within it all the possibility that our hearts can conceive. If we incline our hearts towards the darkness, we will see darkness. If we incline them toward the light, we will see light. Life is but a dream we renew each day. It is up to us to infuse this dream with light and to cultivate it as best we are able, the ways and habits of love." God bless you. Thank you for this opportunity, and have a great week.
Thank you. And so very true. Every single thing, I was nodding my head. Yep. It was the dark pieces, it was the fear, all of it that brought me to being here, brought me to this church. And I think a lot of you can relate to that when we're lost and then we find our spiritual home. So it is time for the offering, and we do have ways to give up on the monitors. And you can, I'm not going to rehash that, so I'm going to go ahead and call the ushers forward. And we're going to say our offering affirmation. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we say, thank you, God.
All right, this is a Cat Stevens song. Use that fist line. If you wanna sing out. And if you wanna be free, be free. There's a million ways to be, you know that there are. And if you wanna live high, live high. And if you wanna live low, 'cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. You can do what you want, the opportunity's on. You can find a new way. You can do it today. You can make it all true. You can make it undo. 'Cause you see, well, it's easy. Well, you only need to know. And if you wanna be me, be me. And if you wanna be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are. And if you wanna say yes, say yes. And if you wanna say no, say no. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. You can do what you want, the opportunity's on. You can find a new way. You can do it today. You can make it all true. You can make it undo. 'Cause you see, well, it's easy. Well, you only need to know. And if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million ways to be, you know that there are. And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. 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 Thanks.
So thank you, God, for the blessing of these generous gifts today. We anoint this offering with your presence and power, committing it to your purpose in our ministry and in the world, to bring the blessing of your grace and good to one and all. Thank you, God, and so it is.
It's time for the peace song and the prayer for protection. So if you all stand and hold hands. Let there be peace on earth. light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen.